Specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through October 15th is $2 off tray packaged ground beef, $2 off hot dogs, 15% off cookbooks, and buy one, get one 50% off on hardcore carnivore seasoning. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday at 8 p.m. from Seacrest Field as Grand Island takes on Lincoln North Star. The Gators are 4-2 on the year and led by head coach James Thompson, while the Islanders are still searching for their first win of 2024. Kickoff is slated for 8 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 7:45 p.m. It's the Islanders and the Gators this Friday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Chancellor Brewington.
right, welcome in. Happy Thursday, everybody out there. Thursdays are my Friday, so I'm in a great mood. If you guys want to join in, this is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington at 402-464-5685 is the Starter Heyman text line. If you guys want to put a face to the voice, you can use these streams as well. Facebook, YouTube, Allo Channel 961 if you got Allo cable, and I'm missing one here. Facebook, YouTube, X as well.
The good old X.
How's it going on a Thursday?
Oh, it's going fantastic. A busy day. I would say an effective day, though. Got a lot of things done. Had the locker room 1 to 2 p.m. There's Derek Pearson, the owner of the ticket, walking out on 11th Street, or is that O Street? On O Street. Had the locker room and pre-recorded some things with the show for me and Coach Ron Brown. And talked to the Lincoln Stars today.
Oh, you got to meet up with the Stars. Great guys.
Yeah. Talked with them, and we're getting some Husker athletes at some Stars games. So, and I'll be going to a lot of them too, and maybe doing another puck drop this year and doing some things there. But definitely got to shout out the Lincoln Stars, and maybe on this show, depending on when the head coach, I forget his name, right?
Rocky Russo.
Yeah, Rocky. When he's able to, but he definitely wants to hop on some of the shows and stuff. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So it'll be fun to just chop it up with him because I know nothing about hockey.
I'll tell you one thing.
Huh.
That I got no problems with. It's not that you could be a fan of someone way worse. Big Buckeyes fan. Big Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh,
yeah. I think he's from that region.
Let's have him on Ohio State week. How about that?
That'd actually be fantastic.
That'd be good. That'd be some good ball talk.
He actually loves talking ball too.
Talk shot.
Like if you catch him when he's not talking hockey on the Stars, like off air, I think he loves some college football.
Yeah.
He loves his Buckeyes. So, but obviously during the Stars season, he's pretty locked in, so he's not going to be keeping super close eye on it. But yeah, shout out to Stars. I mean, they're off to a nice start right now. I believe they only got one loss so far on the season. Like the Stars are looking good.
Yeah, I think I know Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. He's going to be there Friday signing autographs after the game. Javen Wright will be there Saturday after the game, and I think I'm probably going to. I might go to both those games, or I might go to one of them.
I'm going to go to a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm going to a lot of them for sure. So shout out Lincoln Stars. Make sure you go there. But this is What's Brewing, and we love to start off with quarter century wisdom, some type of encouragement, some type of wisdom for the weekend. I would say mine is interesting. So I've been sound like a nerd, Harrison, but I've been reading a lot, right? And
yeah, I've been seeing your car outside the library.
I've been reading a lot, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm seeing a commonality, Harrison, in all these stories of all these, these people who've accomplished things, and that like people, I think we think a lot of times like we think people are overnight successes. And so there's a story in the Bible, and I don't want people to take this out of whatever and say, oh, he's going to the Bible. I just want to strictly talk about like the principle inside the story. And you could literally take it for a fiction story if you want to. So there's a king, he gets anointed king, and he goes right back to the field, right? He goes right back to the field. Not only goes back to the field, he goes back to like the lowest job in his family. He goes back to like shepherding sheep, right? And then he's anointed king, right? And then the current king brings him in to serve him, right? So not only is he serving his family, he's serving then the current king, and then his father tells him to go serve his brothers and basically be like an Uber Eats to his brothers. He brings out some whatever, ends up it's the David and Goliath story, right? So then he kills Goliath, of course, and then he serves the king again. He's leader of the army, and then the king wants to kill him, and he's on the run for 7 years, right? So I think, and then he gets anointed, then he's becomes the king of Israel, right? So if you just look at that story, right, from the back end, I always look at it like what the people in his town, the people in his city, the people in his kingdom probably thought when he got anointed king, right? They're probably like, oh, this dude had it, had everything made for him, right? Don't really know the whole ins and out of the story, right? But when you really dissect it, he was taken from here to here to here to here. And what someone thinks is an overnight success really took tens and 15s of years of crying, of blood, sweat, and tears, of frustration, depression, and anxiety. It went through every emotion on the pursuit of his calling and his purpose. But from the outside looking in, especially we can say social media and stuff like that, we just think it's an overnight success. And so I think about the people inside of at the time in history, the kingdom of what Israel was. I'm like, man, they probably thought, they didn't know the whole story of what happened. Obviously the Psalms kind of express what David was going through all of that. I'm sure, like, generations later, they get to read the Psalms and like, geez, you went through all that, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, you're an all right guy. That's our fault.
Yeah. Hey, my bad. But no, like, I think that the principle in that is that, like, though the time where he was shepherding the sheep, the time where he was serving his father, the time where he was shepherding the sheep in the middle of nowhere, and it's not like he had hundreds of sheep. It's just a couple sheep, right? He's the lowest totem pole of all of his brothers, right? In the family, right? Not a very wealthy family, a poor family, and he says that he accredits his I would say his integrity and his character for the time when he was shepherding the sheep. And so I think the principle in that and the wisdom in that is not only taking advantage of the times where you feel like you're left out, the times where you feel like you're doing something that doesn't really matter, right? Those are the times that build you. That's the maturation process, or that's the time where you sow a seed into the ground and it grows gravitational first. So when you sow a seed into the ground, it goes down before it grows up. And I think that's the principle of the story is being okay with that, being comfortable, and acknowledging that it's not going to be fun, it's not going to be easy, and people aren't going to understand you. But when you get to the top, when the king got to the top, everyone was screaming his name. David killed his 10,000, Saul killed his thousands. When he got to the top, everyone was loving him, but they didn't understand the process that he went through. So I think, and that goes back, this goes back to Nebraska football. I'm telling you,
it always does. It always circles back somehow.
It all ties in, baby. When you think about all the things that this program has gone through, and just really I can say really these past 3 years, I want to include the 2022 year because you still have the Ty Robinsons, the Isaac Giffords, the Javen Wrights, the John Bullocks, really the heart and soul of this football team is from that era.
You have to pave the path. Like, someone has to be the guy paving the path.
Someone has to go first, and there's a price for going first. It's not fun. I would love to maybe sometime after the season, if John Bullock is still around here, I'd love to hear his perspective on
he's
all he's gone through.
Because you have to go against the grain.
Yeah,
and like that's what those guys did, right? Because it's like the culture. It wasn't that like guys didn't care, and I don't think guys weren't working hard, but there's just a certain level of standard and excellence that I feel like those guys have understood more and more as they, like you said, that maturation process. And like we're seeing it on that defensive side of the ball, especially.
Yeah.
With those guys coming back, you can see it.
Definitely. You can definitely see it. And I think, definitely a guy like Ty who's really embraced all of this, and his game has gone to a whole new level. I don't think there's any question whereas if maybe, after 2022 season, people are like, I don't know, if Ty can, I don't know, get drafted, whatever people were talking about. Right. And now he's an undeniable, third to fifth round draft pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he won't fall past the fifth round for sure.
He's gonna get a shot, and he's gonna get paid well for it.
Yeah, he's gonna make some things happen. Like, and a lot of guys on this defense is gonna get a shot. And I think I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about the midseason. We got midseason predictions, Harrison. I think we're both 9-3, or you 8-4, and I'm 9-3, or are we both 9-3?
I had a loss to Illinois, a loss to Ohio State, a loss to
Wisconsin, right?
Wisconsin was my upset, 9-3.
Yeah, 9-3. Okay, I might have even been 10-2. I don't know. I might have been drinking crazy Kool-Aid, but I want to talk about first I want to talk about like just midseason, the seniors on this team. What guys do we think that can play on the next level? We just talked about Ty Robinson. I think he's a for sure lock. He's a for sure lock. I don't think there's any question. And then I think the next guy you go to on this defense just graded out, highest against Purdue, highest Husker this season. I believe at PFF had him at 92%, is John Bullock. And it's interesting because size wise, I wouldn't say he's a prototypical, linebacker. But real explosive, has great acceleration, moves real good, plays under his feet. I think it's like why couldn't he play? Based on the talent and not so much the talent, based on what he's producing at this level. And obviously there's more factors, and I think he runs faster than people think. I think he can get in there like maybe even in the low 4.5, high 4.4 range, in a real 40. But he's gonna get a real shot. Like he's gonna get a real shot. And this is what happens when you play on a top 10 defense.
Mm-hmm.
You start seeing guys pop up on lists, right? You know, that's what you want to see when you look at the Bamas, the Georgias, the Clemsons of old. All of a sudden you look on all these lists, LSU 2019, you look on all these lists of players per week. I mean, players of the week per week. You see like, oh, Georgia always has 2 or 3 guys. Well, you were seeing this with Nebraska. Seeing all of a sudden John Bullock that get this, Sayer Wright get this. Who's the Marquise Buford get this. There's someone else that I'm missing. Tommy Hill get this. Colorado week. Sayer Wright this past week. John Bullock Purdue week. Like you're seeing a rhythm in this defense that somebody is always top whatever. Ty Robinson gets acknowledged a lot. That's what you want to see. So I guess, is there anyone else on this defense? Oh, we gotta talk. We didn't
even say Nash yet.
We didn't say Nash or Gifford.
Mm-hmm.
I think those 2 guys are interesting. I would say
Gifford's hard to judge though, because he does play such a unique position. I think he's been great at it. Don't get me wrong, but trying to figure out what he'd be at the NFL level.
Yeah, I really would like to see what he would play. Because if you is he a traditional safety?
I was gonna say, I think safety.
I mean, do you put him at safety, or is he, more of a teams guy? I don't know. I'm sure they'll find a way for him. I just think he's a really smart football player, and that slows the game for him down. I mean, that slows down the game for him. And then I think the next guy we talk about is Nash and Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect place for a bye week. You get a chance to get everyone healthy. You get a chance for Tommy to come back, and now poses a strange scenario now. You got Buford, who got a pick last week. I thought he played really sound. I thought there was a time where those back-to-back go balls, right?
Mm-hmm.
That happens, right? That happens.
But there's the adjustment after.
Yeah, the adjustment after goes and gets a pick, right? And goes and shuts some things down. But it's like, and then Sayer, right, comes in, has like 3 pass deflections and a pick, right? And has a really solid game. So you got both these guys playing outside corner, Sayer Wright coming in for Tommy Hill. Now, when Tommy Hill comes back, what happens?
Sayer Wright's got to stay in the game.
But why?
He was the highest rated, go PFF again, highest rated corner. Shut down everything that was thrown at him.
Okay, but now he a little light in weight, right? And
in Indiana, I would like him out there more than
so you would rather have him over Buford?
I don't want Buford out of the game, but I think right now, yeah.
This is what's tough because
But do you do that to Buford and ruin team chemistry like that?
That's what I'm saying. And Buford is like this energy guy that you need on the field.
Well, and he fixed that, like you're saying. Like he had 2 bad plays. You saw Matt Rule grab him. I think it was Rule, head coach, grab him on the sideline, talk to him, and he sharpened up after that, and he wasn't giving anything up. But then also at the same time, they started targeting Sayer Wright, and he was being just as great. I mean, he was shutting down everything that came his way at the end.
Yeah. So, and someone posed the question. I don't know if it was on this show. You put him at safety. Well, then you're taking Deshaun or Malcolm out.
Yeah.
Malcolm's been playing good, and Deshaun's been playing good.
That goal line stand versus Rutgers, who made that great play on that a quick pass to the outside. You see Deshaun Singleton come crashing downhill and
come down. That was a correction that Illinois capitalized on, just the play action stuff, getting guys in the flat real quick, goal line stuff, and Deshaun capitalized on that. So it's like,
that's a good point, because he got burned on that versus Illinois.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Yeah. Not this time.
They did not let it happen
Tony
again.
White made sure that they got that boxed up. But it's like, you gotta I'm so high on Buford. I think he's a true safety. I know he's a true safety. I know he's plays corner because whatever the injury, whatever, right? But I know you have to find a place for him on the field. I would love for him to somehow get in that position where Malcolm Harzog plays. Just being able to, and I would love for him to kind of get in that position where he's able to come down in the run fit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't think people realize like he's one of our best hitters on the secondary. Like he's got that star stud. You go back to 2022 versus Northwestern, the pops in the hits he had that year. And then obviously this past year he gets this. I'm trying to think. Oh, he comes back late. He comes back late in 2023. Still has a good game against Maryland and all that stuff. So you got to find a way for him. I don't really know what it's going to look like. It's going to be super interesting to see how they choose to do this. I think you have to put Sayer right out though. I'm just saying for the morale of the team, I think you do that because the moment you put Buford on the bench, everyone's gonna be like, "Well, Buford been here since day one."
Yeah, and he's
Sayer,
been good too, right? Outside of a
good.
few gaffes,
Yeah,
like he's been all right.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy Hill has let up, a touchdown, right? Buford, I can't remember if Buford has let up anything as far as a touchdown.
I mean, he should have let a touchdown.
Right. It
But,
hit him in his face.
That's the hard part with Buford, right? It's like, are you going to take, one, not even an entire drive, like a small sample of a drive, and that's the reason?
Right, exactly. So that you can't, as a sample size, that doesn't make sense. So you have to give Sayer Wright credit though. So Indiana, we know they're a heavy pass team, right? And they do have a good back in Ellison from Wake Forest. He's real dynamic, real shifty, real strong, runs real hard. But Rook, how do we say his name? The quarterback of Indiana, Rook.
Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know why when you're saying. Let me look it up in the actual pronunciation.
It's Kyle Rook or something like that. Anyways, he's I believe he's top 5 in the nation. I believe he's leading the Big Ten in passing yards. He's around, I believe, 1,700. Cam Ward is leading the league with 2,200 right now. But the Indiana offense, they're gonna spread you out. They're gonna keep throwing. So this leaves an opportunity for you to go dime, for you to go true nickel, where you bring Buford into the slot, or you put a backer out, right? You put Javen Wright at middle linebacker, our best coverage guy, and you bring in Sayer Wright, and you have Buford on the outside, Tommy Hill on the outside. You got Sayer Wright in the slot, Malcolm Harzog in the slot, and you got Gifford and Deshaun Singleton at safety. So you got plenty of opportunities for that. And then obviously that's when you bring in Mr. Sackman James Williams, and you let him do his thing.
Yeah, apparently it's just Rock.
What? It's Rock?
Yeah, the way that pronunciation comes out.
Dang, that's a bummer.
I'm going to get pronunciation guys right now. That's what they got. But yeah, and when it comes to, I'm sorry, what was the question? I was Googling a lot of that, trying to figure out how the hell do I say this guy's name? Because I want to give him his credit.
I guess I was just saying that Indiana going to get in these pass heavy downs and pass heavy formations, that there's going to be an opportunity to have Buford, Sayer Wright, and Tommy Hill on the field at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe that's the answer, right? Like, hey, let's not just overanalyze and freak out and decide who's going to sit.
Right.
You could rotate guys.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the craziest thing in the world. And especially like to your point with Indiana, if we get to a point where they're just running guys all over the field, sending their receivers out, like you might be a big beneficiary to be able to sub Buford out or Tommy Hill out, because Tommy Hill too with the injury, like he might be the right guy to make sure he's continuing to rest that, rehab that. Like he's good enough to play, don't get me wrong, but if it's one of those situations where you got a bunch of great players and you feel comfortable with all of them, like let's make sure Tommy Hill, as he's getting ready for the NFL, we do him right too. And
right,
if he needs a breather, we got guys we can trust to put out there.
Yeah. And that's a great point. You want to make sure you do Tommy Hill right, because he has big things ahead of him. And I think all these guys could get a chance based on their play. If they keep elevating, they all can get a chance. Everyone on the starting defense, to be honest, can get a chance. Like I think Deshaun Singleton is going to get a chance at the league. Gifford, Malcolm's been playing consistent football since a true freshman. Buford, depending on what position he wants to play, what position fits him. And then obviously, I believe the backers and John Bullock, Javen Wright, and Mekhi Bayer's an interesting one. I think his game's going to keep taking off. I think last year was his first real year of action. And so, yeah, he's going to keep taking off. And, you got the young guy in Vincent Shavers, wearing number 1 for a reason. He's going to be the future of that backer room.
It looks like it. We got to throw it to break here. One more guy I want to throw out here, though. Brian Buschini.
Woo!
He might be an NFL guy someday, the way he's been playing.
Bomb Sheeny. Bomb Sheeny.
Up to him. He's got to keep racking up those punts inside the 20. Maybe he can get a few inside the 10, but he's going to have a shot here to work up those. I mean, nobody's maybe going to be drafting the punters, quote unquote.
Right,
but
right.
a shot in the league nonetheless. All right, we're going to throw it to break here again. We're going to have the Kansas City Royals as they got the Yankees. They are down currently 2-1. Hopefully they can get back on track here. Don't go anywhere. What's Brewing? Chancellor Brewington, hop on to the streams. The show will keep it rolling.
Question for you. Would you rather pay $150 a month or $15 a month to work out with the same high-quality gym equipment? At Planet Fitness, you can get top-tier equipment for $15 a month. Plus, save $28 or more when you join now during our Strong Choice sale. Our weights weigh the same, you just don't pay the same. Enjoy free fitness training and 24-hour access at most clubs, all in the judgment-free zone. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. See club for details.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a light south breeze. International high around 88. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 61. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return with light winds. International high around 87. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Probably the best locker room entertainment ever. Listening to Chris.
Have you seen the Will Compton's videos before? How does that compare?
What does he say what does he say at the end of that thing? I like that part. What does he say? He uses your go big. Oh, that's really uses my go big red. Yeah. Right.
That's not your go big red.
Yeah,
How is that Vershawn's go big red? That's been a chant long before Vershawn.
That's my go big red. It's mine.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel.
McCaffrey told me this when we was in Carolina. He was on a recruiting trip to Oregon because every team told him they was going to move him to wide receiver except Oregon. They said, we'll keep you at running back. Well, when he was on the visit, he was walking past a coach's meeting. Ross was like, Christian thinks we're going to keep him at running back, but we're actually going to move him to wide receiver. And he opened up the door and he goes, don't worry about it. I'm not coming here. So Christian always had a problem with Ross. He never wanted Luke to come here. He said, I told you not to go play for that coach. No way. Yeah, true story.
From 1 to 2 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
And that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Back to What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington, the former Husker tight end. And to my left, I'm talking a lot of Husker football here. Talked about guys on the defensive side of the ball who's got some real opportunities to go pro and go play on Sundays. Well, I guess we're talking NFL. You can play on a Sunday, you can play on a Monday, you can play on a Thursday, Tuesday even. If it's a holiday, they'll slide that in there. Basically, they just don't play on Wednesdays. That's the NFL motto today. But Chancellor Brewington, where do you want to go next?
Yeah, so we got to go our mid-season previews. or midseason takeaways and midseason predictions for Nebraska football. What a better time for a bye week, Harrison, than now.
Seriously.
I mean, halfway through the year, you're 5-1. You drop a game to Illinois. I mean, Rule talked about it. Like, he enjoys the win for 20 minutes, and then, he's always thinking about that. We should have been 6-0, and that fires them up to get ready for the next game and the next week and next week of preparation and all that good stuff. When I look at this Nebraska team, we should be 6-0.
It would be way cooler, right? If you had 6-0 versus 5-0.
Yeah, and now you're, if you're 6-0 right now,
you're ranked. Indiana's ranked.
But that's compounded though. Those wins are compounded. You're probably a top 15 team.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 14.
And Indiana's coming in there still at 18 because they haven't dropped a game.
Yeah.
You'd have a 15-18 matchup. And another opportunity, because it's going to be an opportunity to beat a ranked opponent.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you when the last time it was.
Yeah. You're going to get an opportunity in Indiana. You're going to get an opportunity in Ohio State. I don't know what's going to happen with this USC Penn State game. Let's say USC gets back in the top 25. You have an opportunity there. Harrison doesn't think so. Wisconsin and Iowa, I doubt it. And UCLA is a for sure no. So you're gonna have at least 2 opportunities to beat a ranked opponent. And so now when we look at the schedule, I think the overall takeaways of these past 6 games is consistency on offense. Just talking about offensive side, we have a legit quarterback. I think he's going to be a future top 5 draft pick in Dylan Raiola.
If everything keeps clicking, that's not a crazy statement.
He's going to just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, if you're on X, you're just because he looks like Mahomes, they're going to tell you you're crazy. But if you actually go watch the tape, he's good.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, Rutgers was his worst game by far, I think.
By far, and I think that would probably be the worst game he plays while he's here.
I think, yeah, I think so. I mean, because what was he, like 50% on the day? If that, just under it, with the pick,
I think
no touchdowns.
Yeah, he had
negative rushing
QBR
yards
of like 15. I think.
Yeah, that might be the worst one.
Sacked like 5 times. And some of it needed to happen. When you look at like freshman quarterbacks and guys that are making the transition from high school, you need those type of games where you play a Big Ten opponent and some of the scrambling outside the pocket you can't really do, against a Rutgers D line that you could probably do against a UNI and a UTEP and even a Colorado, right? So you need those type of games. I'm still frustrated with the running game. I've been vocal about it. I'll continue to say it.
What's the problem there, though?
I think it's a consistency on first of all, you missed out on an opportunity to establish the run game in UNI week. You go and pull Dante out second half. He doesn't play the whole second half. And then all of a sudden you need to run him Illinois week and he's not hitting holes the way he should, right? Some of that's on Dante. Some of that's on the coaching staff, I believe, because he runs real good against Colorado, and then he gets 6 carries against UNI. And I know some of that's like, oh, you want to rush your guys, but at some point you need these guys to build rhythm, and I think that's why you have them in there. And some of it is just like you're just doing a little bit too much in the run game, or you're not doing enough of the same thing. I think the offensive line is playing good football. I think at some point you run guys in motion, you get guys on their toes or on their heels, I should say, and you run the same type of things, just add a little wrinkle in here and there.
Yeah, this is where I'm at with the running back room. Rutgers was the first time I changed my opinion.
Ooh,
because I finally saw them, like all these guys kind of look the same.
Running backs,
yeah. Versus Rutgers, they all kind of.
Ramir had a really good game, though.
Ramir looked good, but I'm also at the point where it's like maybe this running back by committee, like to your point, like let's just get a guy in rhythm, and then if he really needs one, we'll take him out. But maybe we're being too nice. Like at some point, we gotta stop. And this might be crazy. Like stop caring about people's feelings. Pick a guy. Pick the guy you think is gonna give you your best shot. Until he proves to you he's no longer your best shot, that's your guy.
I'm not mad at that.
Build some rhythm. If it's Dante or Emmett, I don't care. Pick someone.
Yeah, I like that. There, you hear the frustration in Harrison's voice. I like it.
I'm usually a nice guy too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I don't know. Okay, so offense. I think offensive line so far has exceeded my expectations. These past 2 weeks, I mean, Illinois and Rutgers week had some fall off, but
they protected the pocket pretty well for the most part. I think I'm with you. Go ahead. I'm with you. I had to think about it. You with me? But I'm with you.
Okay. Because the left tackle situation, Illinois, even like Justin Evans getting a second start, Henry can't say.
Zutowski.
Yeah, Henry, Big Henry. Sorry, Henry. Whatever.
Call him Big H.
Big H. Coming in for Mazuka, that whole deal. Mazuka comes in for a power play, and then you get, whatever, right? So that whole situation, I think for the adjustments, obviously Turner going down, I like it for the most part. And then receiver play, it's exceeded my expectations.
I think I was a little too high on it.
Ooh.
Not in terms of like these guys are still great. Don't get me wrong. Hell of an upgrade. Getting those guys out of the transfer portal. I'm just the speed isn't as they weren't as fast as I thought. They're great receivers, but they're not able to get over the top as easy as they thought. They can at times, but they're not necessarily quote unquote burners. I thought Banks, I knew that coming in, that he's just going to be this big body receiver, be able to high point the ball anywhere. He's got great balance. He's going to be able to come down with a lot of those 50-50 balls. Nair, I thought, had more breakaway speed. I mean, he's still good, but like against Ohio State, I don't see him burning away, getting wide open, and like they're going to be able to keep up with him pretty easily unless you make a great move. That's where I like Banks more because he's a little more shifty. Nair's just got the great balance. Maybe do a little better on the route running, but I mean they're both great. Like that is nitpicking their game because they've been good.
Mid-season MVP of the offense is.
Do you want to take the obvious one or
no? Not the obvious.
Okay.
Do you want to go with mine first? I got Ja'Cory Barney.
I like that. He's just not used enough for me to make him the MVP though.
Who we got then?
It's a fantastic question. Do I go with man? This is way harder than I thought. Outside of Dylan Raiola, because I like Ja'Cory Barney.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Banks or Nair is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. So I mean, stats wise, you got Nair.
I'm going Banks.
Okay.
Because he's got the most touchdowns, I believe, as well.
Nair has 4.
Nair has 4. He's leading in touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's got the most
yards.
receptions.
Banks has the most receptions.
Okay, give me Banks.
All right, I like it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Defensive wise, let's go through each group. Linebackers to start off with. Exceeded your expectations?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. John Bullock specifically.
He is. I mean, we knew he was awesome, but he's just putting game to game again. PFF highest rated. He's up there every week. He's up there.
Yeah. I mean, you look at total tackles. He's leading the team in tackles. He has obviously a forced fumble and an interception. That forced fumble versus Indiana, and then the next week against Purdue.
Not Indiana.
Illinois. My bad. And then the interception against Purdue. I mean,
he's coming alive right now during the stretch, which is great to see.
Yeah, and then you got a sleeper in Mekhi Bayer at 30 tackles. He's third on the team right now.
We had on Justin Adams. He talked about him.
Yeah,
about one of those sleepers. Like nobody talks about him,
which is crazy.
We failed him because you just made it to the stats. I'm like, how often do we bring him up?
Yeah, and then you transition to obviously Vincent Shavers and Stephon Thompson and Javen Wright coming back. They got a deep room. And I think their play is going to continue to take off.
Who's the MVP on defense? John Bullock for me. I'll go first.
Yeah, I'll go Tyrod.
Tyrod?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go Tyrod.
I still think we need to see more from Nash.
Yeah, that's been an interesting.
He's been really good. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
And he really played well against Rutgers. Like that was it. But I want to see that every time.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where he's at in the stat sheet to really get like a real.
And he's got a little bit different role. It's not like he's going way past the line of scrimmage, going for the big hit every time. Like all that, he's somewhat depending on how that defensive front likes to play it, letting the guys come to them and just kind of holding there, not getting too far upfield. Because we did get exposed a little bit by Illinois getting upfield and then them just running outside, burning us. So I think he's done a good job just kind of holding it down. And you saw that on that goal line drive, how huge he was. He had that one play where he kind of helped out, came in and dragged them backwards to prevent him from falling forward. So he's good. I just want to see that same elite level of play like we saw against Rutgers over and over and over. I mean, because then you're solidified top 10 defense if you're going to get that out of him every time.
Yeah, for sure. When you look at this D line list, I mean, I'm looking at these stats. You got James Williams with 4 sacks already. You got Tyrod with 4 sacks. You got MJ Sherman with 2.5. John Bullock with 2. Nash with 2. Is that right? Mason Goldman with 2.
Mason Goldman.
Am I? What number is he? Because he might be.
I don't know. Mason Goldman. James Williams has got what? He got in there in the vet last game.
Yeah.
90.
McGahee, he has one.
Mm-hmm.
Sayer Wright has one. That's
Yep.
the forced fumble versus Illinois. Jamari Butler has one. Princewell has half a sack. That would probably be the one against Colorado on.
He's been a little bit surprising.
Yeah.
I thought he'd have a bigger impact so far.
Yeah, and this name right here, Cameron Linhart. I mean, I haven't seen much of him at all.
He was a big talking point. I want to say last year, people were really fired up about him.
I am too. I still am. I thought, when I heard the guys on the team talking about him, I heard it more so as like he's a guy who could leave early, like him and Prince Will. Like those are the guys that are going to take over this thing. I mean, those things can still happen. It's just you're in a star-studded defense with a bunch of moving pieces. And then obviously the DB room. You got Buford playing at a high level. Tommy Hill coming back. We really touched on the DB room already, but yeah, my I would say my MVP would be Tyrod. I mean, 4 sacks, you got 14 tackles, and a lot of 3 pass deflections, and I feel like all those pass deflections were like on a big third down, like for real, like all of them was on a real big third down.
He has been nice at that.
Yeah,
you see Robinson get his hands up. He's got that timing down. That's such a weird thing with defensive linemen too. The guys that just have that timing down, you see it a lot in the NFL. Like there's some guys that are just menaces to QBs because they consistently are able to time that up and just get their paws up there just enough to throw everything off, make an easy pick if someone's lucky enough to be behind it. You got anything else left to add here before we throw it to our last break?
No, but when we come back, we're going to go through these next 3 opponents. We're going to go through the Indiana, Ohio State, UCLA, SC, Wisconsin, and Iowa to see what we got for these next 6 games.
I love it. We'll talk about that next. Don't go anywhere. What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington? We'll talk to you on the other side.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Back to What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment of What's Brewing, Chancellor Brewington, before we switch it over to the Don't Punt Hour with DeMornay Pearsonell. We got Royals on the brick and mortar right now, but like I said, streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Owl Channel 961. All right, Chancellor Brewington, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah, so I want to go through this Nebraska schedule. Up to this point, I thought we were going to be undefeated. I thought we were going to be undefeated until Ohio State. We obviously drop a game to Illinois, but other than that, you know, we're on track. So Indiana, Harrison, we're just going to go game by game. We're going to go win or loss. Indiana in 2 weeks, coming off a bye week. Preparation for a top 9 defense, quote unquote, even though the best team they play so far is Maryland, and Maryland's, I believe, is hot garbage this year.
What was the final score of that one?
They were, I think, 48-24. Is that off the top? Can I get it?
42-28.
I'm close.
Close.
But yeah, no. So what do you think? Indiana week. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, this sucks. This sucks.
Here we go.
We haven't fixed special teams. Until that's fixed, can't give us the edge. Indiana. That kills me to say. I want to say we win so badly. You look like you're about to swing over there.
I just don't understand, bro. No, I do.
Especially-
I do. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it for me, right? Offense still has problems stalling out.
Yep.
And the special teams is disastrous.
Yep.
That is 2 phases of the games that's a coin toss. One that's just straight up, you fail every time, right? And you got your offense that's a coin toss and the defense that's solid. If you're Indiana, offense has been solid. Defense, it's been okay. Special teams has been solid. That's 2 out of 3. That's how I pick games.
Okay. Well, you hear her first. I mean, Debbie Downer over here.
I hope I'm wrong, man.
I got Nebraska winning Indiana. So I said we were gonna go 2-1 if during these 3 weeks. In Rutgers, Indiana, Ohio State. If we get Rutgers win, we get Indiana. If we lose Rutgers, we're gonna lose Indiana. So I got those yin yang.
You threw me off there.
Yeah, I got those games intertwined, the Rutgers and Indiana. So we run Rutgers, we're winning Indiana. I got it an interesting game though. I think Rutgers defense is better than Indiana's defense. Okay.
I think so too.
And I know Rutgers D line is better than Indiana's D line. So I believe there's going to be some things, and I can't wait. I'm going to break down the Indiana team on my YouTube probably tomorrow and be able to like really see like what they're good at, and like because I've spoken to some players on the team, right? And they told me to just go watch who they played, and they've talked about how Northwestern is just trash and how
they are not good.
Like they're really really bad.
Yes,
like they might be worse than Purdue, and then
they're worse than UCLA.
Wow. And then then the Maryland just doesn't look very good.
No.
So yeah, so I got to win Indiana and then Ohio State.
Another loss.
How big?
I actually think it's close.
1 score, 2 score, 3 score.
I'm gonna go 10.
Okay.
I think
goes to 4 quarters, or it's like a comeback. 10?
I think it's 4 quarters. Ohio
Okay.
State shuts it down because it's
how many
on
defense?
the road,
How much
so,
does
yeah.
defense let up?
Defense? I still think it's one of those games where it's the defense does well, but I think they get away with it. I'm gonna go 27 to probably like 20 or 14.
Okay, so you got back-to-back L's.
Yeah, back to back. The Indiana game, I wouldn't be surprised though if Nebraska pulls it off. Because to your point, like maybe it is one of those things where let's see what they look like against a solid defense.
So
wouldn't shock me if we win at all.
So for back-to-back L's, how's this team gonna respond going to UCLA then? And I got L Ohio State, so I'm not totally off my rocker.
I never said that. I mean, yeah, we're not going to UCLA. They're coming here.
Right.
November 2nd. Bring a jacket. L for UCLA.
Bring a sweater. Bring a coat. Okay, I got W. SC. Don't know what SC team we're gonna get because they still got to play Washington. They still got to play Penn State. They still got to play.
I think it's actually not as bad as we originally thought. No, it's Washington looks better than we thought.
Yeah.
Right, so that's tough. Penn State.
What's the other
Which real
two?
quick? That's an L, right?
I don't know. I
Penn
honestly,
State
I don't.
is Minnesota on steroids, and they just lost to Minnesota.
I don't know though, because Penn State had a dogfight with Illinois, and Illinois did a lot of things to lose that game.
But Illinois is good. All right, I'm gonna disagree.
Yeah.
I got Penn State in that one. But either way, so they got Penn State, Maryland, Rutgers, Washington. We don't.
Rutgers, that's the game. Rutgers. I want to see USC Rutgers. That's going to tell me a lot.
They have a pretty easy schedule. Then there's just like Nebraska and Notre Dame in the only 1 seed circle. They'll always get UCLA as well.
I mean, those are two pretty good teams though.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the 2 good ones they really got.
Oh,
Otherwise, it's like
after that.
UCLA, Washington, depending on what you think, and then Maryland.
Yeah, if Washington goes on the run, these next 2 weeks in the Big Ten are going to be super interesting. Because after this, I want to get your Oregon, Ohio State take. So we got SC. You got to win, right?
Yep, I got to win.
Wisconsin win.
That's a dub.
Iowa.
That's a dub.
So we're sitting at.
What is that?
9-3
I only
for
gave us
you.
2 losses. Yeah, we're still 9-3, baby.
I got one.
Works out.
I'm 10-2.
Yeah, see, it's not that bad.
It's not bad.
2-game letdown.
Yeah, but
you get back on.
I don't
track.
understand the Indiana game, but
our special teams. That's all I got to say.
Get up out of here.
We
Anyways, Oregon number 3, Ohio State 2. Who do you got? At Oregon, by the way.
Yeah, it's at Oregon. I've talked about this as I get the out music here ready to go. I was talking about this with DeMorning Pierce. I just don't trust Oregon and Dylan Gabriel yet.
Nah.
I'm going with the Buckeyes.
Aye. What is going on? I got Oregon.
Do you think it's a close game?
Yeah, I think it's Oregon by like a field goal. late game of the possibly game of the week.
Who's the best player in that game? Is it Kyle McCord? Or not Kyle McCord? He's
Jeremiah
over at
Smith?
Syracuse now.
Will Howard, you mean?
Yeah, Will Howard's the QB for Ohio
I
State.
think Dylan Gabriel dices them up. I think their O line. I think Oregon's D line is pretty good too. So
it's not bad. I mean, for being a Pac-12 team, I think people just
no
assume
longer
they're
a
not
Pac-12 team
for being not a being
Yeah.
current. Well, yeah, that's wrong print. My brain. You know what, guys? Did a lot of radio these past.
A
few
lot
days.
of radio. 11 hours yesterday. Is that right?
Yeah. Shout out.
11. Shout out. Hardington, stand up.
Yeah. Well, to be fair here, as we get out of here, it's not like I was hosting all these shows. We had some great shows last night. Go check them out. Kendall Lanier had on Racine Williams, the first Black gymnast to arrive at the University of Nebraska, as well as a bunch of other good ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was good. Good content from yesterday. More on the
Lanier
way here.
related to the Laniers?
Yep.
NFLs?
Yes.
Like Will Lanier?
That is.
There's
the one.
no way. That's her granddad? Swear.
I'm not making this up.
She's like Chiefs Hall of Fame linebacker.
Yes.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, that's a legend.
Yeah, I was talking to DP about it, and I was like, okay, let me make sure I got her show right and ready because
Wow,
I don't want to deal with that family if it's not.
Wow. That
Yeah.
is wow.
So check out her show, Off the Field with Kendall Lanier. She's fantastic of 1011 News. And just check out all the other weeknight stuff. All good content, but we got more content coming your way. Good morning, Pierce Snell up next. We'll talk to you in a bit.